Assassin's Creed Shadows is about to do something that no other Assassin's Creed game has done before, and it might just change the series forever. And this is especially relevant to those OG fans who, let's be honest, didn't exactly like my last video.
Oof, Maran, he looks terrible.
So if you're one of those fans, be sure to stick around, but before I get into it, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, it really helps out the channel. All I do is talk about Assassin's Creed. We are 6 days away from the release of Shadows, so there's a ton of hype that goes around. Now let's get into the topic of today's video. Basically, Ubisoft's grand plan is to combine the strength of the RPG trilogy and the OG games, the good things on both sides of the fence. So there are 3 big changes in stealth, parkour, and story that this game is implementing that in my opinion are enough to bring back the old fans who enjoyed the Ezio trilogy. But before I get into the things that I think they changed, I want to get into the view that I have about this game and how I'm approaching it as a whole. There are 2 parts of this game basically, Naoe and Yasuke. Yasuke, from what I've got to see and the gameplay that he has, is basically a Ghost of Tsushima simulator just for the people who love Ghost of Tsushima. I feel like Ubisoft had pressure on them that they just cannot deliver a Japanese Assassin's Creed game without having that influence in there somewhere. So they had to come up with Yasuke as an extra character. But for me, honestly, the way I am treating this game is like Atreus in God of War. I'm gonna play the missions with Yasuke where I am forced to play as him, and I'm sure that it will be fun to wreck shit and just kill people with one hit, but I am here for Naoe. That's the assassin character, that's what I plan to play most, and that's what speaks to me and to other older fans in my opinion. So starting off with, in my opinion, the biggest change in this game, and that's the story. Templars are back officially in full force, as we've seen in the story trailer. We've seen Templars in that trailer, we've seen Secret Assassin hideouts, assassins dying, so there is a big focus on the assassin versus Templar story. And I am not usually good at predicting stuff, but from what I got to see in the trailer, it seems like Yasuke has an impact with the assassins and they attack him because he does recognize now his hidden blade. So that's interesting, and where that's gonna go. I wonder if he starts off with the Templars and then changes his mind. I think that's probably what's gonna happen. But all in all, my point here is that the story of the Templars is back. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy the Order of the Ancients stuff that we had in the past couple of games, but it's not the same, you know, it's different when it's the Templars versus the Assassins. And this is the first time that they are back since Syndicate. So I think that's one of the big things that the OG fans will enjoy, because this game seems to be focusing on the conflict. It doesn't seem to be a Japan simulator with Assassin's Creed influences, it seems to be an Assassin's Creed game with Japan influences, which I think is one of the biggest issues that old OG fans had with the newer trilogy. Also, it seems like the modern story, for the first time in a very long time, is gonna be kind of interesting. It's gonna be boiled down to being in menus and minigames, from what I understand, in the Assassin's Creed Nexus hub thing. I don't know about the actual gameplay for it, but without spoiling Valhalla, it did have a nice ending for the modern story. It ended with Layla and a glimpse of Desmond, so he might be coming back, and also with Basim being in the modern game time thing, and he being the main protagonist, which I think is an upgrade from Layla, obviously, and the comeback of Desmond, the potential comeback, is also a very interesting idea. So for the first time in a long time, I am interested in the modern story for this game as well. The second change that they made to this game is the parkour, and they changed a lot here with the parkour. The best parkour we had, as everyone knows, is Unity, and I don't think that this game is gonna top Unity, but it is one of the best parkour systems that we've had in the series from what I've got to see. Keep in mind, I am not special, so I didn't get any area preview of the game. All I know is based on the gameplay that I've seen on the internet from other people online. So I didn't get to try it with my own hands, but it does seem to be more customizable and varied than parkour we've had in the past couple of games. So that is a big bonus for me, just to get back the vibe of being an assassin, jumping on roofs, having the option to jump up or down when I'm running from roof to roof. It's a big change, even though it sounds small. It's expanded compared to the new RPG games, but my only problem with it is that there is no crowd blending. That is one of the big things. I think that the parkour was always fun, that you had to switch between parkouring and blending in places. That was one of the highlights of the Ezio trilogy. That is missing here, but the parkour does seem to be expanded. Even though it is not expanded with Yasuke and it is held back a lot, but with Naoe, it seems to be one of the best parkour systems that we've got since Unity. So I think that's also a thing that OG fans will really appreciate. And lastly, the bread and butter of Assassin's Creed, stealth. Stealth had a whole breakdown that Ubisoft dedicated to it, and it is also very much expanded from what we got to see in the past couple of games. There's new mechanics, moves that we've never seen before, like going prone, light manipulation, just dragging enemies. There's a ton of new mechanics in this game. As I've said before, this is mainly focused on Naoe, and she does have just a crap load of new moves that I can't wait to try out. Also, I noticed in one of the trailers where she goes in a pond and can breathe underwater until someone comes near it and she assassinates him from the water. That's also a really cool move. There's a lot of new stuff in the stealth system, and it does seem to be challenging this time. One of the main problems that I've had with Assassin's Creed, not just in the past couple of years, just Assassin's Creed in general, is that it's too easy most of the time. Now, I'm not expecting a Dark Souls level of challenge here, but something that can challenge me. And it seems to be one of the things that they added in this game. I've watched the latest Joe Raptor video, and he does mention that there's a specific stealth option that you can trigger that makes it very much harder than it is standard. So that is something I'm looking forward to. And just stealth in general seems to be a big focus for this game. And again, the assassin vibe and the assassin fantasy seems to be back in full force. The stealth has expanded, the parkour, and the story versus the Templars. The only thing missing is a classic white assassin robe for Naoe, and I think that I caught a glimpse of that in one of the gameplay trailers, which I can't find right now, but I think that I got a glimpse of a white robe, hooded robe in one of the trailers. So I think that's taken care of. All in all, these are the three things that they added in this new game that I think will bring back OG fans. And I have been noticing a lot of people in comments just talking about how they left the series and haven't touched it since Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or Origins or whatever. So it seems like it's working. The strategy that Ubisoft is employing to get back old players is something that seems to be working, which is something I'm really happy and glad for. I am looking forward to this game. It's less than a week away, which I can't believe because I've been looking forward to it for so damn long. So let me know what you think of it, and do you think this is enough to bring back old players? Or if you are an old player, is this enough to bring you back? Do you want more from this game? Because in my opinion, there's a ton of things that they brought back from older games, and they managed to mix it up with the newer systems that we had in the RPG trilogy in a really nice and satisfying way. At least that's what I have to take away from the trailers. Again, if you're interested in more, check out the trailers that the game has. Ubisoft has been releasing a crap load of trailers just every single day. There's basically a trailer about anything that you're interested in for this game, and seems to be wrapping up really nicely, and I'm really looking forward to playing this game, and I cannot wait. So let me know what you think, and obviously let me know what kind of videos you're interested in when the game comes out, because I have a lot of ideas, but I would be interested to hear what you want to see with this game. Let me know about everything. Are you excited for Shadows? And as always, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, check out the channel, and have a nice day.